In 1920, America had no real roads. You could own a car, and by 1920 a lot of people did. But getting from one city to another meant following farm tracks, hoping for signs, and getting stuck in the mud. The country was connected by train. For everything else, you were on your own. The push for a national highway network had been building for years. When a group of businessmen and politicians finally sat down to number the routes in 1926, one man made sure the diagonal path from Chicago to Los Angeles got a number people would remember. Cyrus Avery picked 66. Simple, even, unforgettable. On November 11th, 1926, Route 66 became official. It connected 8 states, crossed 3 time zones, and stretched nearly 4,000 kilometers from the shores of Lake Michigan to the Pacific Ocean. Nobody called it the Motherroad yet. That name was still 13 years away, and it would take a catastrophe to earn it. In the 1930s, the Great Plains turned to dust. Years of drought and overfarming stripped the soil bare. Then the wind came. It ripped the topsoil off the fields of Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas, and carried it east in black walls hundreds of feet high. Families woke up to find their farmland gone. 350,000 people loaded everything they owned onto old cars and trucks, mattresses on the roof, children in the back, and they all took the same road west. John Steinbeck drove it, watched them, and wrote The Grapes of Wrath. He called Route 66 the Motherroad, and the name stuck. Woody Guthrie hitchhiked it and wrote the songs. For the people who drove it in those years, Route 66 was not a highway. It was the last option. Kansas gives you 13 miles of Route 66 and then hands you Oklahoma. The road widens into something almost mythical here. Oklahoma has always sat at the center of American contradictions. Oil money next to poverty. Black wealth next to racial violence. The Tulsa Massacre of 1921 burned the wealthiest black neighborhood in America to the ground, just blocks from where Route 66 would run a few years later. Will Rogers grew up here. He roped cattle, told jokes, and became the most quoted man in America. When he died in a plane crash in 1935, they named the highway after him. The road attracted outlaws too. Bonnie and Clyde used it to run. Al Capone moved liquor along it during Prohibition. Route 66 never asked who you were or where you were going. Texas hits you like a door, flat, wide, uncompromising. The sky doubles in size the moment you cross the state line. In Shamrock, a man built a gas station that looks like something from another planet. Curved Art Deco towers rising from the Panhandle Plains in 1936. In Amarillo, an art collective buried 10 Cadillacs nose first in a field in 1974, painted them, and called it sculpture. Visitors still bring spray cans. Exactly halfway between Chicago and Santa Monica lies the small town of Adrian, Texas. The road runs perfectly straight here, all the way to the horizon. The sign by the road says 1,139 miles to go in both directions. New Mexico slows you down. The light shifts, warmer, redder, and the landscape stops pretending to be ordinary. Tucumcari used to advertise 2,000 motel rooms on a single billboard. The neon signs still glow along the strip, even if half the rooms are dark now. Albuquerque sits where the old Spanish road north crossed what would become Route 66. A few hours away, Los Alamos built the atomic bomb. In 1945, travelers driving through New Mexico could see a strange glow on the horizon at White Sands and not know what it was. Then the road enters Navajo land. It has always crossed Native America, through their territory, past their markets, past their culture, often without asking. Arizona is where the road gets strange and spectacular at the same time. The painted desert looks like something from another planet, banded purple, red, and orange all the way to the horizon. The petrified logs lying in the sand are older than the dinosaurs. Winslow became famous because the Eagles wrote a song about standing on a corner there. The town nearly emptied when the interstate bypassed it. The song helped it hang on. Past Flagstaff, the road drops into the Black Mountains and twists through switchbacks above the old mining town of Oatman. Burros still walk the main street. It is one of the few places on Route 66 that looks almost exactly as it did in 1935. The Grand Canyon waits 80 miles north. Route 66 is what brought ordinary Americans close enough to look down into it for the first time. Crossing into California means crossing the Mojave Desert. Before air conditioning, this stretch killed people. Cars overheated, radiators boiled dry. Families sat by the road in 45-degree heat, waiting for someone to stop. Roy's Motel and Cafe at Amboy has been an oasis since 1938. It has closed and reopened more times than anyone can count. The neon sign still works. A small cafe near Newberry Springs became internationally famous in 1987 when a German filmmaker made a movie about it. The Baghdad Cafe pulled European tourists to the California desert for decades. Route 66 had become something bigger than America. The war changed Route 66 first. Military convoys rolled through around the clock from 1941 to 1945. Defense contracts pumped money into every town along the route. When the soldiers came home, they had seen the West. They wanted to go back, this time with their families. The 1950s were the peak. Drive-in theaters, motel swimming pools, diners with chrome stools and blue plate specials. A television show ran for 4 years, with 2 young men driving a Corvette up and down the highway looking for America. Jack Kerouac breathed the same air and called it freedom. It was freedom, while it lasted. Dwight Eisenhower signed the Interstate Highway Act in 1956. He had seen the German Autobahn during the war and wanted something like it. The plan called for 41,000 miles of high-speed highway across America. Route 66 ran diagonally. The interstates ran straight. Town by town, the bypasses came. When an interstate opened near a Route 66 community, that community usually had 3 years before the motels closed. The oil crisis in 1973 delivered another blow. On October 13, 1985, Route 66 was removed from the official highway map. An era ended with a bureaucrat's signature. A barber in Seligman, Arizona refused to let it die. Angel Delgadillo had watched his town drain for 20 years. In 1987, he called a meeting. Out of that meeting came the historic Route 66 Association of Arizona. Other states followed. The preservation movement spread. In 2006, Pixar released Cars. Radiator Springs was Seligman, a small desert town that the interstate had bypassed and nearly destroyed. The film told 3 million children that story. Tourism to Seligman quadrupled. Angel Delgadillo, the man who had saved the road, was still cutting hair. Today, the route crosses California through the Mojave, past bottle trees and wigwam motels, through San Bernardino, where two brothers named McDonald opened a hamburger stand on Route 66 in 1940 and changed the way the world eats. Past Cajon Pass, where the highway drops from the mountains into the Los Angeles basin. Through downtown Los Angeles, down Broadway, past the Theater Marquise until the road runs out of land. Santa Monica Pier, end of the trail, the Pacific Ocean. 3,940 kilometers from Chicago. You made it.